Wanted to get away from the hustle and bustle of the French Quarter, and today we're going down Esplanade Avenue. A lot of old houses and big oak trees. If you ever watched a movie or read the book, it's a heartbreaking tale, 12 Years a Slave. It's about a free man of color from New York that got kidnapped at a party, and he got sold into slavery here in Louisiana. I'd recommend anybody learn about that story, because even though it's heartbreaking, there's also hope to endure in that story. Within this area was the market where enslaved people were sold. This is where Mr. Solomon Northup was sold. I like how in New Orleans these avenues are lined with medians that are planted with trees. They call them neutral grounds. Some grand old houses. I like these little corner stores in New Orleans. Sometimes you could get boudin and sandwiches. I like the muffalettas. They're like an Italian Sicilian sandwich brought over with the immigrants. They're very filling. It's like they put it on a big bread, and it's got like pickle salad on it, and some ham and some salami and white cheese, and I could tear it up. This is where the Marigny and the French Quarter ends. We're passing Rampart Street, and it's an old historic neighborhood called Treme. That's where the musicians are from. Here's the historic marker. You could pause the video if you want to read it, but it's one of America's oldest African American neighborhoods. This is the area where famous musician Louis Armstrong was from. Looks like an old streetcar line used to be here. Looks like old tracks. I could be wrong, it might just be the walking path, but I see metal. All right, crossing under the interstate. I know once I get to the other side, things would change a little bit. I love the French Quarter and everything it has to offer. And I'm a little bit proud that it got historically preserved. There was a movement to tear down a bunch of buildings in the French Quarter, but I feel like it's a bunch of tourist crap. But I like walking around in the real New Orleans. It's not as scary as what people makes it out to be. I feel it's an awesome place. And I love all these old houses and architecture. People fly into here, they're a bunch of tourists, but they fail to see like the real New Orleans. And the people here are real nice and sweet. I like the locals. Yeah, got those nice old houses. We're getting further from the river, but the houses seem to get bigger. I love this. It's like they build this cheap suburban crap with the same density. Why can't we build our cities like this no more? Really? Come on, people. Houses are getting a little bit more fancier here. It's a little bit more lusher and greener. But there's still the corner stores, which I love. I love walking in those little corner stores. It's better than going to a regular convenience store. Okay, around here it's starting to get a little bit more quiet. And the houses are getting bigger. Might be walking into the old school money areas. That one looks like a Victorian era house, like something you would see in Galveston, Texas, or San Francisco, or something like that. As I make my way up here, I noticed that the house styles are starting to change a bit. These are more like the house styles I seen in California, like in the historic areas of Los Angeles or what's left of them. There's still that French Creole influence, of course, but I noticed a subtle change. Yeah, there's a beautiful house right there. This one looks like something you would see like in the old money areas of any other southern city. But it does look nice though. Here's a museum honoring the free people of color. Taking a little break from walking, and I found a little park-like area. It's actually kind of nice. Like these big trees here. That's one thing New Orleans does good compared to other cities. They plant street trees. I was walking around thinking about how this somehow reminds me of Planet of the Apes. Like when Caesar was up in the attic making that shape on the window on the upstairs. And come to find out, that movie was filmed in New Orleans. Yeah, it's a little strange. But like 20 years ago, the film industry started filming here. Some of the things that you think is filmed in California was actually from here.